Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. And I have my trusty Housewives Tarot on the tarot table today for the first reading, and that's because we're in the battle of the, well, in Megan's case, not cooking shows, because people have noticed some rather interesting similarities, curious similarities between Pamela Anderson's trailer for her cooking show, which I think is airing tomorrow, but the trailer came out last October, and Megan's trailer, which came out a few weeks ago, and her show obviously is airing in just a week or so's time on Netflix. Pamela's show is called Pamela's Cooking with Love. Megan's is called With Love Megan, and the aesthetic is very similar between the two trailers, and not only the aesthetic, the sort of color grading, the styling, all of that very similar, but also there's some absolute matchy moments, high-fiving in the kitchen with visiting chef, and sort of jogging, running, dancing on the spot, whatever, gleefully in the kitchen. So people are commenting on the fact that Megan seemingly has been quite inspired by what Pamela has done. There is speculation that she might have said, I want some of that, when she was talking to her production team and pointed them in the direction of that trailer. We don't know. We can only speculate, and we can do a tarot reading on it to see whether Megan's With Love Megan is another ripoff, as some people are suggesting it is. And that was what ARO and some quarters came to be stigmatized as another ripoff. So we're going to test this theory that's doing the rounds. It's even landed in the mainstream media. Was Megan inspired by Pamela Anderson's trailer? How does she feel about being accused in some quarters of perhaps copying, allegedly? How does Pamela Anderson feel about this? And what impact's going to have on Megan's show? This quite startling similarity. Some people have done some real close compare and contrast things. And yeah, they don't have to work too hard to convince most people that there is something there. There is something in this theory. Let's remind you, it's tarot. It's for fun and entertainment. It's all speculation. It's all my opinion. We read on energy here. And there is a disclaimer in the box below. Let's see what's going on. Was Megan very interested in that trailer last October? And how does she feel now? We've got the card of options and possibilities, the Seven of Cups, as our underlying energy. Things are still in the potential energy field, because neither show has actually aired. I think Pamela Anderson's show is airing tomorrow as I'm doing this reading, and Megan's is coming out next week, early next week. So interesting. They weren't meant to be so close together. Of course, Megan's was supposed to come out before Pamela Anderson's, and then there was the disaster tourism moment, and so her show got delayed, and possibly for other reasons like no stock to merch at those Netflix pop-up stores and things like that. But the card of possibilities and potentials, and I'll have a bit of this and I'll have a bit of that. As I was speculating when I was getting ready to put the cards out for this reading, give me a drop of this and give me a drop of that. That's what the Seven of Cups is telling me. So I do think it was a little bit tempting to say, I like the look of that shot, or I like the way the color looks there, and let's try and do something similar. We won't call it copying. We would just say it may be inspired by it. Allegedly. Situation we're dealing with. What are we dealing with? We're dealing with the Chariot, and it's in reverse. It's a card of, look, it says risk, and on one of those tins there in interesting. The Chariot is about drive and ambition. Also, for once I did my homework before I did this reading, and I checked Pamela Anderson. She is a Cancerian. The Chariot is the main arcana card for Cancerian people. Pamela Anderson. It's in reverse. That indicates what people are speculating about. So we're in the zone. That's our story. Did Megan basically help herself to something that was originally from that Cancerian mind? And we know what Cancerians represent: home, family, the mother, nurturing. It's that beautiful energy that has possibly been appropriated, misappropriated even. Very interesting. And it's also because it's about ambition and drive and focus and getting stuff done that Cancerians are very good at. Cardinal sign, they're fantastic at doing that. Even though they have all those feelings and emotions, and they're water signs, they still have that kind of very driven aspect to them. And that's Pamela Anderson. And in the situation we're dealing with a woman who maybe was overambitious, and I don't mean Pamela Anderson when I say a woman. I mean that woman in the Seven of Cups. I'll have me some of this, and I'll have me some of that. Tell me about Megan and this trailer that was aired in October. Pamela's anything the universe wants to tell me. I've got Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Three of Pentacles is about a collaboration, a team, things going really well when it's upright, everyone equal, everyone working together to achieve some sort of outcome. I think that Megan's circumstances might have been quite difficult last October. That was around the time that the has-been disappeared without a trace, and there was tremendous discussion around then about the situation with Ari Emanuel and the William Morris Endeavour Agency. We're going to look at that in the next one. There were ugly articles coming out about bullying and things like that, and possibly Megan's team that was propping her up, supporting her, getting this brand launch ready, had really dwindled around her, or possibly, more likely, given what we've learned about her, possibly she was having a go it alone moment and not listening to her team around her. That's more likely, as I say, given what we have heard about her from various sources over the past few years, and particularly over the past few months. Three of Pentacles in reverse. I think she wasn't taking on board good advice from her team and thinking, that's how it's got to be. That's my speculation, reading the energy of the card. So, how does she feel now that people are scrutinizing these two trailers so closely and pointing out some quite uncanny similarities? How does Megan feel? Does she care? I've got the Six of Wands. Yes, she does. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. It signifies a defeat for her. Six of Wands, upright victory, triumphal kind of return to the center of the stage. And it's in reverse. She's been defeated by this and heavily and embarrassed. I get a strong sense of embarrassment from that Six of Wands in reverse. She does not like it at all. How about Pamela Anderson? How does she feel about this? I'm sure she's aware of these comments. She's got Queen of Swords. She's tough. She's tough, absolutely. It's what I was saying about Cancerians. They got the feels, but they get things done. And they are ambitious, and they can be very organized and very driven and very directed. And that Queen of Swords is all of those things. She's like, I'm on top of this. That's interesting. We've got the shears there, the garden shears. I am the boss of this situation. It's my idea. It's my direction. It's my property. I would say intellectual property. She's very focused on this. The Queen of Swords doesn't take any prisoners. She knows who she is, what she wants, what she's worth. She might even be talking to lawyers with that Queen of Swords energy, because it's not friendly energy. It's pretty harsh. It's pretty stand your ground and claim your rights. So she's not thrilled by this, but she's not threatened by it or intimidated by it, as some of those poor brands were when As Ever came out. They've all gone remarkably quiet, haven't they? As many people speculated they suddenly would just disappear and go quiet. It must have been quite an expensive silence that was bought, I'm speculating. But this isn't someone whose silence can be bought. I would be quite worried if I were this Seven of Cups lady who said, oh, I'll have me some of this and I'll have me some of that. That's my opinion. Reading energy, being snarky, it's tarot for fun and entertainment. Impact on Meghan's launch, her brand, her cooking, her not cooking show, her not watering the garden show. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. It's not going to go well for her. We know that. But it's nice to see this energy. Well, it's not nice. It's reassuring for me as a tarot reader. It's confirmation, consistent energy. Every time I ask, how's this show going to do? Terribly. There's going to be hate watching, of course. Loads of people are going to watch it for hate reasons, or because it's going to enter the annals of, you know, Rotten Tomato kind of territory. What's that? The Razzie Awards, that kind of thing. For just being so out of tune, out of touch, all those things. But 10 of Pentacles in reverse is a big financial loss and a big loss of status. So it's not going to do well. Really isn't. If she's trying to pretend that she's like Highgrove or Emma Thin, the Marchioness of whatever, Bath is it, with that big fancy house there in the 10 of Pentacles, nah, people aren't going to fall for it. It could give Pamela Anderson a tremendous boost, just saying as well. But yeah, Meghan, it's a disaster. It's just a disaster. I was going to say waiting to happen, but it's a disaster that is currently happening, in my opinion. So there you go. That's it. And thank you for watching. See you on the next one.